This is a Mosin Nagant. Let's see. $1943. PW Arms, Redmond, Washington, 9130. Anyhow, I sporterized it. It's only 22 inches. Instead of the NC Star crazy one screw tap mount, instead I just took 3/8 inch stainless steel bolt. I sheared it. I tapped the bolt, and I tapped the ball at the end of the handle, bolt handle. Created my own bolt handle. Threaded the bolt handle in 2 spaces and created my own. Anyhow, it's kind of cool because I was able to angle it down towards the trigger, so you fire a shot and then boom, you're able to get to that bolt handle real easy. Now I did go with the NC Star mount. It's 2 screw. You can see it there. Sorry, brass stacker. NC Star, right there, upside down. Long eye relief scope. So far, it's held 0. I'm surprised. Like $60 or whatever it costs for the combo between the brass stacker and NC Star scope. It's totally held. Anyhow, with the stock though, I did something much different than other people do normally. This little stock cap used to be way down here at the 29-inch barrel length. I cut the barrel down to 22. I cut the wood on the forearm on the bottom almost down to the back forearm retainer here, and I took off the top of the forearm, left that clean so it's all barrel. This is actually the retainer that was in the front, and instead of cutting this wood all the way down to the stock, I left a piece of the forearm, and I used the forward retainer, and I just bent it. That's all I did. A little bit of time, a little bit of tooling, and I bent it so it's actually retaining the barrel onto the piece of the forearm that I kept on the bottom. And again, with the forearm cap, I was able to just shave this down, create a little nub here, and then put the cap onto it and drill my hole and screw the cap back in. So much different than most people's sporterized attempts. I almost kept it a little bit truer to the Mosin Nagant look. But my gosh, it's short, and I just can't even begin to tell you how much more of a kick that is. Steel butt plate over here still. Pretty intense. 12 rounds into the shoulder and you're hurting. However, it's still very smooth, very sharp, I have to admit. 100 yards, you're one MOA with this scope, and 200 yards, you're 1.5 MOA. So it's sharper than what you would expect. And then the bolt, certainly. I mean, I know I haven't pulled the trigger, so I'm able to operate it with just a thumb. But let's pull the trigger just for fun. Watch this. Alright, a little bit of force. But that's just a thumb. It's actually really smooth. My goodness. Pull it again. Alright, I want you to listen to this trigger job too. You know, here's just a little finger on the trigger. I haven't even pushed it yet, sorry. However, I'm operating it with the job that I did on this at about 2.5 pounds. So, you know, boom. Seriously, this is better than a Remington 700 or whatever everybody buys for their first deer rifle. Oh, look at that butter, just a thumb. That's all it takes, just a thumb. You can get a sling for it, whatever. The sky's the limit with these Mosins. But I hope you guys appreciate this build and some of the special considerations I put into it. And more than welcome to like my video. This is my first video, so I don't even know how this shit works, but you can get me started because there's more to come. Alright, God bless, and keep on firing.